Look, it's ready. It's nice and ready. It's white completely around the outside. On top, it's starting to get fluffy and white on top. Actually, I could have done this yesterday, but honestly, I just spilled on myself. But I didn't have time yesterday, so we're doing it today. I'm gonna lay out these. It's hot in here. It's like 100 degrees where I live. So in the forecast, we keep our house at a nice balmy 75, which even then is a bit excessive. But yeah, we're putting our papers to good use, and then if they get ruined, that's fine. We didn't use any extra paper. We just used this recycled paper. But yeah, I hope you'll enjoy, hang out. I'm gonna put all the mycelium in this big container first. First, I need to kill all the pathogens. I need to disinfect it with hydrogen peroxide, not hydrogen peroxide, isopropyl alcohol, which I'm going to try not to suffocate myself this time. I'm going to try and only use a tiny, tiny little bit. And I'm also going to try and use one of the papers I made as a paper towel. We'll see if it disintegrates. I'm sure it'll be fine. But, yeah. We're disinfecting it. Let me just pour some of this on here. It's absorbing it, which is cool. Oh yeah, look, it's acting the same as a paper towel. I just need to not add so much, because if it starts making fumes, then that's just not good for anyone, especially me. Yeah, if I start feeling lightheaded, then I'll need to leave the room. Hey, but that works as a paper towel just fine. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well on this fine Friday. Okay, that's good enough. Well, I'm gonna add just a little bit more. It's disintegrating a little bit, but not as much as you think it would. I just need to have this disinfected enough so that I don't get any sort of contamination before we open the bag. Frick, I forgot to bring I gotta go get my scissors. Do I have scissors in here? I don't think I have scissors in here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get scissors. My gloves are sweaty already. Oh, frick. Okay. It's not coming off. Okay, hold on. I love doing art. It's so fun. It's like so overstimulating, but it's so fun. Hold on while I go get my scissors. I could just open the door with them. You know what? It's not that big of a deal. It's reishi mycelium, which is pretty resistant to contamination anyway. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it on here. We're going to break it up. It still needs to be... I did that first break and shake only a couple of days ago, and the result is pretty impressive. It grows really fast. And I've got my mushroom mold and this is my mushroom mold we're going to be putting it in, and then I've got my Twitch logo that I'll be putting it in. So we'll do another Twitch sculpture. Again, if you are a Twitch creator and you like mushrooms and you're interested, let me know. I'll make you one of these for free. Yes, that's right. There's no catch. I'll make it for you for free. No strings attached. I just like making them. So, okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get my scissors. Oh, frick. Okay. There. Nope. Okay. There. That's good enough. Alright, we're back. Let me take off my be right back screen. Hold on. I can do this. Yeah, okay, I can do this. Hopefully that's, yeah. I got my scissors, put my gloves back on, and then we will continue our sculpture progress. I should have disinfected my, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disinfect my gloves as well. We're going to disinfect the scissors. We're going to disinfect the molds. It's going to be great. Okay, let me get another one of my paper towels. That's a lot. That's okay. Okay. I'm just going to use a little bit to wipe off on my gloves. It evaporates so quickly because of the alcohol. Okay. It also aerosolizes very quickly, which I don't like. I don't like that. And you know what? I could do a more thorough job, but it's not really that big of a deal. If it gets contaminated, it gets contaminated. That's what the universe wants to happen. So, I was super lax about it. I literally put it in a blender last time and nothing happened. I'm not saying you should do that, but like just be so lax about it. But really with reishi, I'm just extremely lax about it. Just from past experience. It really is a beast. I don't know if it's the genetics I got or if it's just the... Well, no, it's not the genetics, because last time I had different genetics last time. Okay, this is actually crumbling in my hand. I had different genetics last time and it still was amazing. So, okay. So we've confirmed that the recycled paper cannot be used as paper towels. Okay, this is all about, you know, the scientific process. Seeing what works and what doesn't. And recycled paper, you cannot use it as paper towels. It kind of just like all breaks apart. Okay, we're gonna open up our mycelium. I was gonna disinfect this. Here, there. That's not how disinfection works, but. Cutting open the bag. Oh yeah, breathe it in. Oh yes, it's so cloudy on top. It's so fluffy and cloudy on top. I love seeing mycelium. I mean, seeing the mushroom cats is pretty fun too. But the fluffy mycelium is really fun. It should just come all out in one piece. So I should just be able to like plop it in. But here, I need to open it up a bit. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, it's all coming out in one piece. I got my giant mycelium brick. Okay, we'll just throw that over there. Ready to destroy my closet again? I sure am. It took me like several days to clean it after last time. We're not doing as big of a project this time as we did. Last time we had like several pounds of mycelium. This is only 3 pounds. Last time I think we had like 8 pounds. Oh yeah, this is mixing up real nice. It's not even close to being. It's not even close to being what's the word? Fully colonized yet. So I think we're at a good stage. Yeah, the oats haven't fully. You see, the oats are still whole. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but it's breaking apart. I'm breaking apart my hands. It's very satisfying. It's almost like, how would I describe it? It's like making cookies or making like some sort of thing where you have to rub, like making biscuits and you have to rub the butter in. You just have to rub it between your fingers. And mix it in with the flour. In this case, it's wood. We're mixing it in with the wood. I don't know what type of wood this is. It's a good type. I just got an all-in-one bag from Booming Acres. It's super convenient that way. Honestly, for anybody who's new to mushroom growing, that's what I would recommend. Just get an all-in-one bag. And I'm talking about any sort of mushroom growing. This type of mushroom, this is fully legal, fully allowed. It's medicinal, etc. You can do any type of mushroom. Just saying. I'm just saying. I had somebody the other day ask me, they were like, how do you acquire a certain type of mushrooms? And what I always tell people about any type of mushroom, I'm like, it's always best to just grow it yourself. And people, I think, are afraid of the process. They're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the easiest thing in the world. All you have to do is just get a syringe of the spores, which you can get from many different places. You just inject the bag, and then you wait. And you wait until you see some mycelium growing, and then when the mycelium is like 30% colonized, then you go in and mix it up. And then when it gets fully white again, you mix it again. That's what we're doing now. And then you wait. And then once it's fully colonized, you expose it to oxygen. And that's what starts the process of fruiting, which is the actual generation of the mushroom. And once you do that, it just happens. And it's so satisfying to be able to pick the mushrooms that you grew. You know what I mean? But then you don't get the stuff from the store, which it's like, okay. When people tell me they don't like mushrooms, I know they're talking about button mushrooms, which sorry to button mushrooms, but you're nasty. Just the basic ass mushrooms you get from the store that have a mushroomy taste. Brother, I'm telling you that every single other mushroom will actually have a good savory flavor and won't have that mushroomy taste. Like, you get some oyster mushrooms, you get some chestnut mushrooms. Ooh. You get some chestnut mushrooms. Oh, you're gonna have a good time. Those are yummy. You can add that to pasta. You can mix it in with I mix it in with sausage and I make pasta. You can stir fry it. And these are all edible. And then this reishi is not, I mean, it's edible, but it's medicinal. So you don't eat it. You make tea out of it. You make tinctures out of it. You make little potions out of it. Like a witch. Okay, oh look, I found one big piece of mycelium. I'm gonna break that up. We don't want it to form hard pieces. Okay. So that's cool. So we spilled a little bit. That's fine because we've got our nice paper that we made earlier. Once again, I've got way too much mycelium. Okay. It is what it is. I've got my, I still have my mold to make a brick for my mushroom church, which I guess I'll give them another brick. They don't really care if I grow bricks for them or not. I think I'm the only one that actually grows bricks for them. Whatever. Okay. So our priority is first the Twitch logo. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna put it to the side, and then we're just gonna scoop it in. And then, yeah. We already disinfected it. We just want to fill it to the top. Oh yeah, this is so fun. And it's so fun to see how white it gets and how fluffy it gets. The whole process is so enjoyable. It usually starts out slow, but then there's a crunch time of maybe a couple weeks where you really need to act. You really need to, once it's ready to be mixed and then transferred to molds, and then once it's in the molds, That's when you want to, this is when you want to watch it really carefully, because it grows really fast. Because you've mixed all these little fibers in, that are starting new growths. So, okay, I'm gonna try and guide this in here without spilling it all over the place. Yeah, whatever. Some of it's gonna spill out. That's okay. And I want to pack it in kind of firmly. I don't remember how firmly I packed it in last time, but I think I did pack it in here. But anyway, we're packing it in. Oops. Just gonna put it in there. I want to make sure it's as even as I can, as flat as it can be, and not going too much over the edge, because I don't want to have any issues lifting it out of the mold. I think it will shrink a little bit, as far as my remembrance, as far as I recall. But I'm just doing it right up to the level of the mold. We're making brownies. we're making a chocolate cake. That's what we're making. Delicious, with like some oats in it. Chocolate cake with oats. Okay. I want to make sure the corners are fully filled. Those are easily missed. I want to make sure that that's packed in there. Okay. There's a little bit that needs to go on this edge. I feel like this is peak unemployment activities. Whatever. At least I'm doing stuff. At least I'm keeping myself occupied. Alright. Let me see if there's anything I can do. I'm just evening it out. Trying to even it out as best as I can. Okay, this needs a little bit more right here. Just a little bit. Okay, put it in there. You know, when I do these type of streams, I really should have like text to speech, just in case I miss a chat. But I know, like, I don't get that many messages anyway. So, but if I take a minute to read your message, just thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience, as I'm very preoccupied with my stuffing. Okay, let me see. Okay, this part right here needs a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I could have waited a little bit. It's fine. You know what? I want to see at all different stages, like if I do it early, if I do it late. Last time I feel like I did it a bit late, and so it didn't get as white as I would have liked, because the mycelium had already exhausted all of the food. It had already eaten most of the food. This time, maybe it'll get really, really white, and that'll be cool. Okay. There's a little bit missing right here. Get down in there. I want to make sure I'm feeling along the edge with my finger to see if there's any little... Sometimes it's hard to tell because it's so dark. If there's a little hole somewhere, or like a little place where it dips down. Okay, I think that's, yeah, that's good. Yo, what's up, Dom? How's it going? Dom, we're doing more mycelium art. We're making another logo. Yeah, so I just packed my Twitch logo mold, and that's done. And then I'm gonna pack my mushroom mold that I made. Yeah. How's it going for you today? How you doing? How was your meditation? Yeah, I'm just filling this up. I'm interested to see how this turns out, and especially if it'll come out of this stem. I'm glad I made it hollow so I can reach in and push it out. Need another coffee already. Oh no, it's that kind of day, huh? It's 7:30 here. Good morning. Well, you've already been awake for a while, I bet. I bet you've already been awake. I've been waking up at 6:30 now. The waking up at 4 a.m. is over. I fear that I'll never be able to have that serious of a morning routine anymore. But hey, 6:30 is an improvement. Most of my life I woke up at like 9 a.m. was my natural time. So anyway. But yeah, it's a beautiful day to do art, wouldn't you agree? It's a beautiful day to do art. It's extremely hot here. Super hot. I know it's super hot in Europe too. Here it's like the forecast is like 105, I think. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty hot. Okay, we just filled the top of the mushroom. I'll show you. I know, dude. Well, sorry, I don't even know what that is in Celsius, but I'm sure you can do the calculations. Okay. Here, would you like a, what does this look like? It looks like a chocolate cake with oats on top. Yeah, delicious. Please don't eat it. Are you in a desert? Yeah. Yeah, Utah's a desert. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. For all my sculptures, I'm gonna put them up here, and I'm gonna I'm gonna lay out some papers and put them on top of the papers. Yep. We're using our paper for something. One might say, wow, you spent a long time making scrap paper. And it's like, yes, I did. Well, I'm unemployed. What do you expect me to do? I'll spend several hours making scrap paper if I want to. That's the best use of my time, in my opinion. Okay. We're gonna put it, wait, which way do I want to do it? It could balance either way. I'm going to try and balance it this way. Yeah, I'm just going to do it this way. We're going to stick it upside down and shove some mycelium in there. But yeah, Utah's a desert. Salt Lake, it's not like we don't get any rainfall. We do. We just don't get that much. And it's not like cactus desert. Like if you want to see cactuses everywhere, you'd go to like southern Utah or Arizona. Southern Utah is super, super deserty. Oops, like something you might be more familiar with. But Salt Lake is in the north. And so it's a bit more, it's like, there's trees and there's like shrubs. If you go out, it's kind of like, there's just shrubs everywhere and like tumbleweeds everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna just put the rest of these, I'm gonna like dump the rest back in. I don't want to waste any. And I'm gonna put this sculpture on the shelf. Sounds like a vibe. Well, a lot of artists actually come from Salt Lake. So, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip this. And now that I've filled it, I'm going to put it upside down. Genius. So that now I can fill the other side. A lot of artists come from Utah. I know that The Killers, the singer of The Killers, Brandon Flowers. He's from Utah. Can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Like a lot of super creative people. And then we have like the Sundance Film Festival. Dom says, funny that making paper is also slang for getting money. Oh yeah, well I'm not doing that. I'm doing the opposite of that. I'm spending money. Spending money on my silly projects. But yeah. And you know what? Once again, we've got like way too much media. Luckily, I've still got this thing that I can make a brick out of. We're gonna do that. I also have these three little cheesecake pans. Yeah, we'll use these. I haven't used them in like 5 years, so like to make cheesecake. So we use them in mycelium stuff. Okay, we're gonna put in the tin foil. How do we do this? We're gonna cut it in half. We're gonna cut in half. Yeah, are you guys doing anything this weekend? You guys doing anything fun this weekend? I'm not. I might be going to the farmer's market. That's like the highlight of my weekend. I live kind of a boring life. I'm going to put this in this way. Sorry, it's going to be really loud as I put the tinfoil in everywhere. The song Red Hills of Utah is a banger. I haven't heard that song. I'll have to check it out. Is it like a country song? Okay. I need just one more piece of tin foil. One tiny little piece. This is always a pain. If it was just already made of tinfoil, then that would be cool. It's very much not already made of tinfoil, so we have to put new tinfoil in every time, which is a bit wasteful, but whatever. Because if I don't put the tinfoil in, the mycelium is going to grow into the cardboard, which we don't want. I mean, the idea of it's cool, but then I won't be able to get out of the mold. Okay. Let's see. If I don't push it all the way in, it's not a big of a deal. It might form like a little border in the places where the tinfoil wasn't pushed in. This is always such a pain. Okay. There's like one little patch where it didn't cover. Okay. Gotta make sure it covers the whole area. And then how high do I want to fill it? Not all the way to the top. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll just press it in. Oh, it's a country song. Oh yeah, an old cowboy song. Nice. Okay. Here we go. And last time when I made the brick, there were like creases and shit. It doesn't matter. I mean, if it's ugly, it's ugly. You know, I could just start making bricks for myself. Oh, you know what? I just spilled some. That's not good. You don't want to spill any down in there because then it'll start growing in places it shouldn't. Okay. Don't go back there. Stay in here. Packing it in. The more I pack it in, the more rectangular it will be. Okay. There. If I do it two-handed, if I do a two-handed scoop, then it's more likely to not spill everywhere. Okay, good. This is using this stuff. I was worried that I just have so much extra media that I wouldn't even know what to do with. But this will be using it, and then these 3 cheesecake things will probably use the rest of it. So we won't waste any. No wasting around here. Just one more layer, I think. Yeah, but I might continue my paper project this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream it again. It's always difficult with these craft streams. You know, it's difficult being entertaining. I mean, it's difficult being entertaining, just being me in front of the camera. That's why I sometimes like to do the craft streams. But then I realize when I do my craft streams, I'm not talking about anything philosophical, which is what people come to see me do. Sometimes it's hard to know what people come to watch me for. If I just knew, if somebody just told me, then I would just do that. I'd do that only. People say, oh, I come to you to hear about this, or I come to you to hear about that, or like, I come to you to goon, even. Like, oh, okay, at least I know why people watch. If I don't know, then I'm like, I don't know how to be where you need me to be. That's all I'm interested in. Okay. So, we filled up our little brick. I'll show you. There's our little brick of mycelium. And now we're going to finally do our little cheesecake pans. And then we'll be done. We might go outside for a bit. Might do a little field trip outside. Do some yoga. I don't know. We'll see. Might do a little plant tour. We'll see how the day is going. This will be nice because I can just like remove the sides, and it'll be super easy to plop out the sculpture. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these circular sculptures. Just the same as I didn't know what I was gonna do with my last circular sculpture. But that's okay. When the inspiration strikes, then I'll have the materials ready to do cool stuff. I gotta wait until all the alcohol has evaporated, because if I don't, then it'll just kill all this mycelium, which will not be good. That'll be against what we're trying to do here. Yep, it's just disintegrating everywhere. It served its purpose. It did the bare minimum, and that's all we can ask for. Okay, so now, oh, sorry, I didn't realize you commented. Dom says, I just like to chat. Yeah, I know. I like chatting with you. I'm glad that you keep coming back. There's a lot of philosophically minded people in the community. Yeah, that's true. And different people provide different things. And for different people, I feel like it's more obvious, though. Like with... And I mean this with all the respect in the world. Like, so there's certain streamers where you go there and you know immediately exactly what they will provide for you. Like, it's consistent every time they provide the same experience. Like, their vibe is very solid. Okay, I'm gonna... Do I fill this all the way up? No, that wouldn't make any sense. I want to make like a little disc. I want to make a little disc out of mycelium. I don't want to make like a cylinder. Make a little moon. Mycelium moon. Now what do I do with the rest of it? Because I still have some left over. Frick. I wonder where I put my cake pan. My circular cake pan. I must have put it back downstairs. Okay. Yeah, I want to do a little moon type thing. I'm gonna, because the thinner the better. If it's too thick, then it will just the mycelium won't penetrate all the way through, I think. Okay. All right. Just making sure it's flat. And then, yeah. Man, it is hot in here. I'm sweating so much. There's absolutely zero air circulation. Okay. Which is a good thing. That's a good thing. That means there's not going to be any sort of contamination with my sculptures. I mean, no. I was going to say, oh, I could do one at the bottom of here. But that would be a nightmare to get out. I need something that's I can do where I can easily like turn it over and turn it out. Turn out the mycelium sculpture. I wish I had another Twitch mold. Maybe I should make another one. I think I will. Because every time I do this, I always have way too much stuff left over. I put some more in the center of this one. No fan? No. You don't want to have air circulation in here. Because that increases the likelihood of like mold spores or other fungus growing in here. Yeah, so I can't have any fan. Even just me talking, I'm worried about it. But yeah, again, my Reishi's pretty resilient. Okay, let me think. This one's too thick. I'm gonna take out some of it. Let me think. What shape should I do? If I just like go in and it won't hold together unless I have like a little mold for it. Okay, let me think. Last time I used like all the stuff around my house, like my cake pans and my cupcake pans, that didn't exactly. Thinking. I might go see if I can find my circular cake pan downstairs. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back. Here. Be right back. I'm gonna go find something I can put this in. We got a cake pan. Oh, it is musty in here. Ew, gross. Okay. Wow, it is well and thoroughly humid in here. Okay, I'm going to wipe it out with my... Let me get my gloves situated. Put my gloves back on. Ew, it's so hard to put on sweaty gloves. I realize that by touching it, I'm recontaminating it. That's fine. Again, I'm not that worried. Okay. One of the fingers is not going on, but that's fine. Okay, there. Okay. Now for the second one. Ready? I think I'm gonna have to shower after this. Yep, I think that's in the works. It's a very messy affair. Okay. Ready? There. Let me get another sheet of my paper. We're just gonna pour a little bit inside. I'll do it that way. And just wipe it out. Okay. Just gonna wait for it to dry out a little bit. So there's no alcohol left over. Yep, that should be good. Okay. I'm not sure how much this is, so I got 2. Might need 2. We'll see. Depending on how thin I want it. It's nice to have that thin one. Let me just see. Just see if I use the rest of it. Yeah, this is not too thick. I think I'll just do it this thickness. We'll just put it around. Just gotta press it in every single crevice. And then afterwards I'm going to cover all these with plastic wrap, and then I'm going to poke holes in the plastic wrap. Hi Danny, how's it going? Oh, thank you so much for the bits. That's very kind of you. We are back in the closet. We are making mycelium sculptures. We're making sculptures out of mushroom roots. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm making a huge mess, but you know how it is. That's how art goes. You make a huge mess, then you clean it up. And you hope that the final product turns out okay. If it doesn't turn okay, then hopefully at least the process of making it was fun. And the process of making this is pretty fun. Okay. Look, it's like a chocolate cake. I thought you were making my dog food. Yeah, it kind of looks like dog food, doesn't it? Yeah, it's this is wood and oats. And I've got like several different things. I've got a brick, I've got little circles, I've got my Twitch logo. We've got so many mycelium sculptures. We've got a mushroom sculpture. It's gonna be great. So now what I need to do is I need to cover all of them with plastic wrap, and then we'll be done. So, yeah. Got my plastic wrap here. Just gonna get a little. Actually, you know what? I'm done touching the mycelium, so I'm just gonna take off my gloves. Oh, thank God. Eesh. Now my hands smell like rubber. This is a very crucial step. You want to kind of control the airflow. You don't want too much air to flow through. This is one of those non-stick pans, so the plastic wrap doesn't really stick to it. That's okay. I just don't want it to touch the mycelium. I feel like that sometimes impacts it. But yeah, we're just lightly putting it on. And then I'm going to come back in here and poke it with a needle at a later point when I'm done streaming. Oh, now that I have my gloves off, it's so much better. And what I might do is I might go get some towels. I remember last time I covered everything with towels. I might do that. I think that helped in the process. Again, not too much air, just enough. Let's see. I'll cover my Twitch logo. Yep, that's all covered. So this is the ultimate sculpture right here. This is the big one. All the other ones are just supplementary. This is the one I actually care about. Going right. It went really amazing last time, so we'll see. But yeah. Just put it on my shelf over here. But yeah, you can see it's already in the shape of the Twitch logo. On the other side, obviously, it's going to look like the Twitch logo. I hope everyone's day is going well. I hope you're getting up to some fun stuff this weekend. Going out and touching grass. Very important. Very, very important. If you start to feel like the world is falling apart, just go touch grass and realize maybe it may be falling apart, but also nature is cool. And so if I were to die now, I would be happy. Okay, put this here. Even if the world is falling apart, I can still find joy. I can still find joy in small areas of my life. So that's worth something. We don't need to be all doom and gloom all the time. It's not helpful. It's not helpful for anyone. Okay. I'm just putting it over these tiny little circle containers. Danny says, I really don't care about life. What do you mean by that? Dom says, oh, the beauty of being eaten by a fungus. I know, literally. Well, that's what I plan to do. I plan to have a mycelium burial. I'm going to get one of those mycelium caskets. It's going to be... Hey, if you can't control when you die or how you die, but you can control what happens to your body after you die. It's called having a will. It's called having a will. Have a will. Say exactly what you want for your funeral, etc. I mean, you won't know exactly if people follow it, but at least you can have that peace of mind that you tried to have the death you wanted to. Is that going to fit? That's not going to fit. Frick. Oh well. Hopefully at least this fits. This fits. It's going to be a little bit domed, but that's okay. Is that okay? I'm trying to decide if that's okay with me or not. It's flat. It's flat enough. It's fine. It's flat enough. We're going to get one more little piece. That one just did not work. Okay, there. Yes, I know I'm using plastic wrap and that's super wasteful. I already had it, so might as well make use of it. It's not like I'm just going to throw out. I'm not going to buy any more plastic wrap, but I'm not going to just throw out all my plastic wrap. I'm going to put it to good use. Danny says, just wake up and deal with the same shit every day. Classic. Yeah, I get how you can get to that point. There's got to be some things that you enjoy about life, though, right? It can be simple things. Anything simple, even as simple as, like, the breakfast you had this morning, or, like, the dinner you plan on having, or the person the person you plan on meeting for brunch or something, you know what I mean. The joy of giving bits. Oh, yes. The joy of giving bits. Thank you so much, Danny. The joy of giving bits to a girl you met online. Now, isn't that special? Doesn't that make life worth living? Certainly does for me. Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't miss any of the comments. I'm putting, I really do appreciate, though. You're very generous. Thanks for giving the bits. I'm putting these up here. And I'll be recycling all these pieces of scrap paper that I used. Again, this was recycled paper already. It was already going to go in the recycling bin. So we gave it a second life. And now it's going to hopefully be recycled again. Just not by me. I don't know. I can't deal with all the little mycelium fragments in my current recycling capacity. I'm trying to not have as many chunks of things. I'm trying to have less chunky paper. Okay. That goes there. Got our scissors. We got it all cleaned up. Yeah. Okay, let's leave the closet. You guys, let's leave the closet. I'm so done. It's so hot in here. You can probably see the perspiration on my forehead. Okay, we're leaving the closet. We're coming out of the closet. Wackett said, hi Wackett. Wackett says, have you tried the compostable PLA plastic wrap? It sucks, but not to the point that you can't use it. Not for this project. I haven't tried that. I know there's a few different types of things here. Let's lay down. Let's cool off. I know there's different things, such as like, here, I'll put my thing here. There's different things such as like cloth that you put beeswax on, the beeswax cloth. I tried using that before, and that was okay. I got like so my mom gave me a bread bag that's like the beeswax cloth, and I used that a couple times, and that's cool. And I can see how you'd be able to use that on food as plastic wrap, but the sacrifices we make for art. Yeah. Well, Dom, it's all about, you know this already, but it's all about the process, right? It's about the struggle. The struggle, the sweat, the blood, sweat, and tears. That's what life's all about. If I just sat, if you compared the output of like, if I just sat and did nothing versus if I did silly little art projects, the outcome in the mind of a capitalist would kind of be the same. Like, oh, she had an unproductive day. But in my mind, I did something different. I did something actually productive. A lot of what I do would be perceived as not valuable in today's society. Is this capitalist in the room with you now? No, he's in the other room. No, he's in the other room having a business meeting. Having an important lawyer meeting. Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah, okay. I'm making a mental note to go get that. I'm just trying to I think I was actually suffocating myself in there. So, I'm trying to let the fumes leave my system. Do I have anything else I want to talk about? Let me think. It's amazing when you yap for 4 hours a day, multiple times a week, and you realize that all the yapping, you reach a point where you don't need to yap anymore if you don't want to. I mean, if you don't want to. A lot of people need to yap. And this is what I noticed from my Vipassana retreat, is that the second that everybody's allowed to yap again with each other, oh, they yapped. They talked with each other. But for me, I was like, I don't really have anything to yap about. The reason why I yap is just to pass the time now. It's not like I do it for any sort of therapeutic benefit. I don't see a therapist anymore. I guess in the past, when I needed a therapist to yap to, I needed somebody to validate what I was going through. But now I feel like I don't need anybody to validate anything anymore. Wackus says a lot of things people call useful are called that because they're instrumentally desirable. But doing what you enjoy, that's desirable in its own right. It's what you do, useful things to enable. That's better than useful. Thank you for saying that. Well, yeah. There's just so many people in the world. I think sometimes we forget how many people there are in the world. I associate myself with people of all different walks of life, from all different socioeconomic backgrounds. And it really is eye-opening how much variation there is. Like, you can have people like Taylor Swift, who, you know, she flies her private jet around. Oh yeah, I was reading an article about like Zendaya or whatever, and she, in order for a specific fashion event, she had her dress shipped to her by private jet just for that one event. You have people like that whose carbon impact is actually unfathomable. It would blow one's mind. And then you have other people who feel bad about even flying one time for a vacation, or using one thing that is. If you go to the Reddit r/granola moms, moderately granola moms, you have people like freaking the fuck out about pesticides being used in a place where they visited. Like, oh, somebody's spraying these toxic chemicals and it's gonna get on me, and and oh no, I bought this one thing that has 1 square inch of plastic, and am I a bad person? You have people who get really granular about everything. And then you have like people who don't even give it a second thought. Danny says, scammed by Amazon, ordered something to come same day, said it was out for delivery, never delivered it. Aw, man. That sucks. Dom says, Vipassana is Sanskrit and let's see. Vipassana is Sanskrit and Vipassana is Pali. It shows what I know. Yeah. So you have people like Dom who get into the really granular aspects of Buddhism and Hinduism. It's so cool how people form like their own niches. But then you've got like Dom, you probably meet people all the time who like don't even have a conceptual understanding of what Buddhism even is. Google says Goenka uses Pali much more. What is Pali? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna get my tea. Where's my tea? Huh? Oh. Oh wait, I showed you guys my Lego thing, didn't I? My Lego sculpture.
I don't know what we're gonna do with this, honestly. I have no idea.
My husband got it for his birthday present last year, I think, and then we made it, and now we've got this giant plastic Lego sculpture that's just in the guest room. Dom says, yeah, or I meet people that think meditation does nothing, but you can just talk about it in a certain ungrandiose way. Yeah, you have to change your language depending on who you're talking to. You have to code switch. My husband's really good at code switching. That just comes from growing up in an immigrant family. My husband speaks old, rich white man really well. It actually surprises me. Sometimes when he picks up the phone and he starts talking, I almost don't recognize him. His voice. He changes the timbre of his voice. He changes the words he uses, like the vocabulary he uses. He sounds like 20 years older than he actually is. Dom says, in Buddha's time there was a written language, Sanskrit, and a spoken language, Pali, with similar spellings. Traditions will take words from both Pali and Sanskrit. Oh, I see. And that was in India, right? That was something I didn't know about Buddhism and Hinduism, is that Hinduism was around at the time of Buddha, and Buddha probably had exposure to Hinduism, and then he expanded upon that, and that's how he developed Buddhism. It's almost like an expansion off of Hinduism, like the basic principles of Hinduism, just putting a different spin on it and adding more, adding what Hinduism was missing. You got some hot takes. Oh shit, hot takes over here. Hot takes. Yeah. What am I gonna do for the rest of the day? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My art project is done. Now we filled the time. I probably should get a job. I don't know, man. I really, really, really don't want to. Not that I don't want to work, not that I'm lazy, but just in the sense of like, I don't need to. And I also don't want my soul to be taken away like it was last time. So, Hinduism is a term by outsiders that covers like 100 religions. Oh shit. That's a lot. If it means the general meditative and philosophical tradition of India, then what Buddha was up to is not outside of that, I think. Oh. Okay. Well, I still have a lot to learn. Usually when I tell people what philosophies I'm kind of attracted to, I tell them specifics like, oh, if you've ever read the Yoga Sutras by Patanjali, that's kind of what I'm into. Like it says, it's true. They always make you sign over your soul in the contract. It's like Faust. Wackett, how's your job going? How's your work going? I hope it's going well for you. Again, Wackett's somebody who's actually found a way to not sell his soul in a soul-sucking job. Dom says it helps to be more specific. Yeah. You guys, oh, look behind me. I've got a, you guys want to see this box I made for Valentine's Day? I made this a while ago. My workplace, we had Valentine's Day, and I made it. I went to the store and I got like little, I keep all my super personal stuff in here. It's this cute little, it's got lace on it too. Oh, don't look at that part. That part's off. But it's so, cute. What do I have in here? Let me see. Do I have anything personally identifying? No. All my valuable possessions. I've got some cards. Oh, I've got some little photo things with a friend that I did. Not really a friend, kind of a work thing. This is me and my husband. You can see him. Shh, he's fine with it. You can't see his face that clearly. So it's fine. It's fine. He just doesn't want to appear on camera live. Wackett says it's okay. I am back in the easy half of the year. Yes. Where they pay me to mostly watch YouTube videos. Hell yeah. These are all my cards I got for my wedding. I saved all the cards I got for my wedding because they're fun. I don't like getting rid of cards because marriage is a promise. Let's see, what does it say? It's a joy to celebrate your love. Oh. A promise to have and to hold, to share each other's dreams and all that life brings, and to be in love, always. This promise is really something to celebrate, and so are the two of you. Wishing you a lifetime of happiness. Cute. 3 Eastern traditions. Sorry, I'm poor. Look at this. This is a card that my friend gave me. It just says, sorry, I'm poor. I want to make a lot of money. Oh, I've got my little Taemin. It's mirrored. It's fine. I got my Taemin. He's a K-pop star. Some of the stuff I used to have on my wall. And I got this is my Big Bang phone case. Oh yeah, I had this in high school. So cool. Here, this is Taeyang. This is Seungri. Oh, screw that guy. He's not in my Big Bang. This is Top. This is what's his name? Oh, Thanos. If you've seen Squid Game, that's Thanos. With the purple hair. That's G-Dragon. And that's Daesung. I love the vignette look. I love how it's kind of washed out. They've got so much makeup on you can barely tell. Taeyang's got his neck tattoos, which were very edgy at the time. I love the androgynous look. Although I did like Top the most, mostly because he was he's the tallest member. He's 5'11". He's a whopping 5'11", which is just my height. So I was like, yep. That's what I went off of. I also liked him because he's goofy. He's like super quirky, super weird. He's very often wine drunk and he would post like the weirdest things on Instagram. Like, just like absolute shit posting. Okay. I got more photo cards. Here's one of J-Hope. I never understood the point of photo cards. I wonder if these are worth any sort of money. Maybe they are. Here's, shit. No, I know it. Don't tell me. Taehyung. This is Taehyung. This is BTS. I like BTS before they were cool. Not to brag or anything. It's a 7-member K-pop band. These are like high quality photo cards on cardstock. That's J-Hope. This is Jimin. Oh, here's my favorite. This is Rap Monster. Rap Monster's my fave. I always like the rappers because they got deep voices. I like androgynous men, but not too androgynous, if you know what I mean. So I always went for the rappers. Still a bit androgynous, but a little bit masculine. A little bit of masculinity sprinkled in there. More photo cards. Here's J-Hope. Oh, I love this picture of him. He's so. You know that a lot of K-pop fans, they'll just have their photo card in like their wallet. It's almost like a picture of their family member. People look through my photos and be like, "Oh, is this your family member or your brother?" And it's like, no. This is just some random Korean dude. Yep. Oh, another J-Hope card. More wedding cards. Oh, I got this. My grandma made me this little bag for Halloween. It's like one of the last things my grandma gave to me. So I will treasure it always. I got my little KCON LA in 2019. Oh yeah, that was the time. That was the time. You gotta save your wristbands, you know what I mean? I think I have my Big Bang wristband in here. Yes! Big Bang, Floor, October 2nd, 2015. 2015. Treasures of family and acquired family, true. Hi, Creative One. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, we're looking through treasures. This is my 88 Rising. It's really cool. It had a little light on it. GA wristband. Went to the 88 Rising Music Festival in Los Angeles. That was awesome. Again, I liked them before they were popular. Just saying. Oh yeah, this is when we went. My husband and I went to Disneyland. For our anniversary, or no, for our honeymoon. We went into Disneyland. We got a little Disneyland pin, and I have some quarters in here, some loose change. Which isn't the U.S. government trying to get rid of coins altogether? Like, we're just fundamentally not using those anymore? I think we are. There was something else I found. Another treasure I found recently. I can't remember what it is. I knew you were a vampire. Definitely wasn't around in 1888. Yeah. Yeah, I've been around for a while. Just saying. Where was the treasure? I feel like it's outside somewhere. No treasures to be had. Oh wait, I wanted to show you guys the part where I I absolutely destroyed the carpet. Look at this. Okay, so first of all, I tried to dye it. And I did, and it worked. But then, and I neutralized the bleach with hydrogen peroxide. That didn't work. By the way, Wacky, this has nothing to do with you. You'll understand what I mean. You know how you said that I should use hydrogen peroxide to clean the floor? I didn't do that. I used bleach. And this is what happens when you do that. I mean, you knew that. I know you knew that. But I didn't know that. And so I used fucking bleach and I fucking destroyed my carpet. And then I used hydrogen peroxide. I finally went and I bought the hydrogen peroxide that I was supposed to use. That you told me to use, that I was supposed to originally. And I put it on there to neutralize the bleach. Just use... Thank you, Axio. Yes, just use unbleach. That's what I tried to do. I thought that hydrogen peroxide would neutralize it. and then I put the dye on there. And look, you can see how I mixed a bit too much gray in there. So you see how it's a bit bluish gray. And then I put it on there, and then it fucking faded. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'll just wait. What is the half-life of bleach? Wait. Oh, I thought you were making a joke, Axio. Is there actually such a thing as unbleach? Oh, now I feel stupid. I thought you were making a funny joke. Just unbleach. Oh boy. Creative One says our college has unbleach and carpet cleaner. Oh. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind next time. It's a joke. Oh, okay, you were joking. But yeah, I did use dye, but the dye didn't work because the bleach is still somehow in the carpet. And so it must have like eaten through the bleach. Oh man, you guys got me. I'm so gullible. You can't. You guys know the people who've been around for a long time know you can't just tell me things because I'll believe. I'll believe whatever you say. Okay. Should I go? What should I do? I kind of want to keep streaming, but I don't know. I'll go over to my actual streaming thing. I'll go to my yoga mat. Maybe we could do some yoga until my battery runs out, which it will. Hold on. There we go. Okay, except I can't see the chat. Oh, did you hear that? That was my hip that just popped. Wait, I wanted to show you guys my progress for crow pose. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna show you. Look at this. So I've got my pillow, right? I'm gonna girl breaks her arm on stream, live. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break my wrists. I always feel like I'm about to break my wrists. Like my wrists somehow sag out. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have my hands slightly inward or slightly outward. But anyway, I put the pillow here to catch me. Try not to, it's best not to break wrists after breaking the carpet. I know. I can only break so many things in one day. Okay, but anyway, look at my progress. Okay, so what you do is you need to stand up like this. You need to arch your back. You rest your knees on your arms. Okay, watch this. And then you gotta get up close to it. And you're facing your doom. You're looking down at your doom. Ready? Oh, fuck. Okay. Ready? Okay, you gotta get a good. Ready? Oh! I freak out every time because I'm like worried I'm gonna fall over. Okay, hold on, I got this. Okay, ready? You gotta get. If it even wobbles one tiny little bit, I'm cooked. Shit. Okay, wait. Oh, I was so close. God damn it. Okay. Oh. Okay, that was actually way longer than I've ever been. Oh. Yeah, anyway. I'm bringing this closer so I can see the chat. Wagget says, I don't know. And also, it makes me super winded. That won't do anything about the orange/white bit. That's just destroyed dye. But you should be able to dye it again after just using water. You think so? Because I dye, well, Maybe I need something to like attach the dye to the carpet. Because like my understanding was that hydrogen peroxide, since one of them's a base of sorry, I can't breathe. One of them's a base and one of them's an acid, they neutralize each other. Because the reason why the dye won't take is because the bleach is still actively destroying the carpet. And so putting hydrogen peroxide on there will stop that from happening so that the dye will take. But it obviously didn't work because the dye did not take. Thank you for the applause. Should I try again? I feel like I want to try one more time. Hydrogen peroxide loves to become water chemically. Oh yeah? I don't know. I don't know about the chemical stuff. All I know is that there's certain chemicals you shouldn't mix. So I'm usually careful about that. Okay, we're gonna try again. I'm determined. Okay. Ready? Ready? Okay, oh, okay. I got it. Oh, come on, okay. Ready? No, come on! I'm so upset! This is so hard. This is so fucking hard. It looks easy, but it's not. It's so hard. Okay. Ready? And I need to not be impatient, because if I'm impatient, I'm gonna fucking fall on my face. Okay. No, I just want to do it. I just want to do it. My hips always sag out, and so I don't do it. Aww. Why is crow pose so impossible? The arms are too far forward. Hello, brain world. How's it going? What is she doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do something called is it an ambulance speed run? That's why I have the pillow. The pillow is to catch me, okay? That's why I have this, so I don't break my neck. I need to, well, I can look at a diagram of somebody doing crow pose all day, but feeling it in my body is different. It's not like I have a mirror right here so I can check and see what my body looks like when I'm trying to do it. I just know that my back's supposed to be curled, my feet are supposed to be up, and my head is supposed to be looking at the ground directly. Looking at my impending doom. I'm gonna try one more time. This is happening. Okay. Oh shit. No, don't fall over. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We're doing it now. There. Okay. Ready? How do I look from the, okay. I look really stupid. Okay, ready? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, and if I lean too far forward, then I just know I'm gonna face plant. Face plant, speed run. Oh, I hate this. Okay. Well, we tried. This is for Aura 9,999. Yeah, this is for looking cool. But also just for saying I can do it. Because I've always wanted to do it. And when you see it, it looks so easy. But obviously it's not. I don't know, somebody else try it. Just kidding, don't try this at home. Unless you're like a yoga expert. I would not recommend. Crow pose is like notoriously one of the hardest poses to do. So, not to brag or anything. Can you do pistol squats instead? What's that? Is it Friday in the US? Yeah. It's Friday. Friday night. I got no plans. I'm not doing anything. I was making a mycelium sculpture earlier. What are you guys doing? Well, Brain, I'm assuming you're not in the United States. What are you guys up to? If you're in Europe, I'm sorry. It's a one-legged squat where the elevated leg goes forward. Well, I know how to do, oh, here. Is it like, I'd have to look it up on my thing. I've been learning how to do the, what is it? It's like this type thing. No, it's like this. You put this foot down, put the other foot like this, and then you like lift yourself up. Ah! Wait, is this how you do it? I feel like this is how you do it. Shit. I swear, I know how to do yoga. I do. I know how to do yoga. I swear. Okay, we're not doing that. We're only doing poses we can actually do. I would say like 90% of yoga is accidentally levitates. I would say like 90% of yoga is just fooling around. Yeah. My favorite pose is Wild Thing for sure. My favorite pose is Wild Thing. Or I guess this is down, upward. No, flip dog. If you want to do Wild Thing, the position of the feet is a bit different. You can see my arms shaking because my arms are mere toothpicks. My arms are mere toothpicks. And that's probably why I can't do crow pose. Brain did it last time in their PE class. Congratulations. Congratulations. I mean, it shouldn't surprise you that Americans are not very good at physical fitness. I just really started doing yoga like 3 years ago. I need my tea. I forgot my tea. I need to go get my tea. Let's go get my tea. Yeah, my tea's in here. My tea's in here. We're having an IRL stream today. I'm deleting the vlog, the VOD of this. This is simply too much. Too much goblin energy for this channel. Axio says this is a good stream. Thank you. I'm so sweaty, I need my fan. Oh, yeah. It's so hot. Woo. I already did yoga today. It was mostly just stretching. Yesterday I had my ass kicked by Karen. Her name's literally Karen. And my obliques are so sore. I don't know exactly what pose we did that made them sore, but every time she just goes so super hard. Yeah. Anyway. I don't have anything else, so I think I might end. But I hope you guys have, let's see, Waggett says, this is the part that's goblin themed to you. Not sitting in a dark closet with some buckets of actually, you know what? You're right. Yeah, earlier we were sitting in a dark closet with buckets of soil. We have a bucket of paper next to us. I stick my hand all the way down if I wanted to. Actually, no, the physics of the paper won't allow me to. The friction. Grab some paper from the bottom. Pull it up. Oh, now I got paper dust all over my hand. Some of them, my husband shredded some glossy. Oh. My husband shredded some glossy paper and mixed it in here. So now when I made the paper, I didn't realize that there's all these plastic bits just scattered throughout. Terrible. Get out of here. We don't want no plastic paper. If you're making something with a glossy finish, reconsider. I beg you to reconsider, because that shit is just plastic and will not degrade. If it's paper, that's fine. That'll break down and degrade, but plastic will not be around forever. Forever. I didn't do Wild Thing on the other side. I need to do what you do on one side, you need to do on the other. And it's a rule. It's if I don't do the rule, follow the rule, then I lose my yoga privileges. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love this pose. I don't know if it looks cool, but it feels cool. Okay. Yeah. It just feels nice because, like, previously I was so worried my shoulder would come out of its socket, but now that I've strengthened my shoulder, I realize that I don't have to fear that anymore. Like I said, the worst stuff is those foil embossed logos you get on packaging. They're stamped on from a big sheet. The wastage is crazy. Yeah. The wastage with so many things is crazy and unfathomable. Dude, the elections, the local elections, I like Dancer Pose. Oh yeah, I like that too. I'll do that one. The local elections time is a very wasteful time. I was getting, I want to say like 3 to 5 glossy pieces of paper from the same 3 politicians every day. And it's like, I already voted, and they would show up at my door like every single week trying to talk to me. And I'm like, I already voted, I already decided, stop sending me the mail, can I unsubscribe? But I just can't even imagine how many. Okay. Let me make sure you can see me standing up. Here, we'll increase the height. There. Let's see. Can you see me? Nope, you can only see me. We'll do it all the way back here. I like Dancer Pose. Yeah, good enough. Okay. So you reach for your opposite leg. I'm going to hit the window if I do it this way. Need to back up. The goal is to make a teardrop shape with your back and with your head. So you don't actually want to put your head down. You want to keep your head up. And you want to kick out and keep your arm up. And look forward. Yeah. The slower you do it, the better. You don't want to whip yourself. Nice. Wait, what's that emoji? Is that a bruh emoji? I'm not a yoga instructor, okay? Okay, I'm just a yoga amateur. Yoga amateur. Watch your sister do yoga. That's kind of the energy we're going for. Okay. I'm gonna fall over. Nope. Yeah, I'm not at the level where I can do it crazy. I didn't know that was a goal. I was pretty close in this old photo I found. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I think you want to have your leg point upward. Mine points out. You know, it is what it is. I'll take any sort of progress. I don't need to look beautiful and graceful. That's just not in the cards for me. If I can do it without falling on my ass, then that's good enough for me. There. I had Brazilian food for lunch, and I ate so much that I'm like painfully full. I'm trying to drink this is pu'er tea, which is supposed to help the body get rid of fat. Like the fat that you ingest. Like if you eat too much oil, if you eat too much fat, I don't know how it works. I don't know the science of the tea, but if you drink it, it's supposed to help with that. A heavy meal. So I'm drinking that and praying. Whenever I eat way too much, which I try not to eat too much. Whenever I do, I drink pu'er and then just pray for the best. It's nice outside, but that's deceptive because it's literally like 105 degrees. So if it were up to me, I would be outside doing things. But it's not up to me. It's not up to me. Okay. Okay, I believe that's enough for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. First in the art stream, and then for the yoga stream. Yeah. Thank you, Axio. Thanks for the chat. Can I keep doing the forwards? Yeah, you can, Choza. But if you win, if you get a hero dose, I guess I could give you another sub next month. It would have to be next month. Oh no, you can't. No, don't do it. Don't redeem that. Don't redeem that. I can't actually. I just realized, since I'm streaming from my phone, you can't redeem anything. You can redeem the sound alerts, I think. But I don't know. Don't waste your channel points. Sorry if anybody wastes their channel points. I genuinely did not even see anything. When I hit live on my phone, it's just a free for all. I'm not with my setup. I don't have the protection, the guiding and protective arms of my OBS to make sure everything's running. I don't have my streamer bot. I don't have anything. I'm just out here in the void. The void of chaos. Not having anything organized. I'm really mad about that crow pose. I have to be patient. I just know though, if I fall on my face, that's going to discourage me from trying again. So I want to do everything I can to not fall on my face. But simultaneously falling on my face, the fear of falling on my face is preventing me from being able to do it. I'm still trying to do the wall pose, the wall handstand. But again, that's another one where I'm afraid of falling on my face. Need to overcome our fears. Should I try one more time? I'm gonna try one more. Yo, Reclusi, I was just ending, but now that you're here, I might continue. And Matrix here. Okay. Well, this calls for me trying again. This calls for me trying crow pose once again. Reclusi, I hope you're well. I missed you. I recently got back from a meditation retreat. We're trying crow pose. It's going. Okay. Here. I'll show you. It looks really weird. It's a really hard yoga pose. Okay. I may or may not fall on my face. Okay. I see the pillow. I've got my toes. Okay, ready? I don't know what's the right amount of... I'm so scared. Okay. I don't know what's the right amount of bending over. Wait, I feel steady. Oh, ah! Okay. Okay, that was a solid 2 seconds. That was a solid 2 seconds. Last time I had 1 second. Progress. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. I feel good now. I feel good now. We're doing it again. Okay, ready? I gotta make sure my arms are nice and wide. I don't wanna like over, stress out my body too much. So, oh, okay. I was tilting way too far forward. Ready? Okay, all right. That's as good as I can do. Please don't die. Thank you. Exponential improvement. I know. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hello. Nice to meet you. Can I call you Holland? What'd you say? Not the most ideal position for my first experience with the stream. Sorry. Today so I don't know what you came here for. We were making mycelium sculptures earlier. We talk about philosophy. Actually, we do. We talk about philosophy on this channel. And not just the woo-woo philosophy. I know it looks like it. I know it may appear as if we have, and not to brag or anything, not to name drop, but we have discussed a little Nietzsche, a little Camus, we've dabbled in some other philosophers. You were recommended to me, so I'm curious to see what you're like. Oh, I wonder who recommended you. Well, I'm glad you decided to stop by. We've got a really nice community here, really friendly, and we do yoga sometimes. So you just caught me in a moment where we're doing yoga. Usually we're in my actual setup. I've got a cool psychedelic background behind me, and we're talking about philosophy. About what is the meaning of life? It's a bunch of nerds. Leave while you can. No, stay here. Stay here. Stay a while. It seems like you could practice it close to a wall. Okay. Yeah. What I could do is I could kick off the wall. The thing I'm most afraid of is that I will face plant and break my neck. But I know you need to have a momentum. You need to kick off into it. And so you kick off, but you don't want to kick so far that you do a somersault. Then again, it could just be a somersault. Just do a somersault. People do somersaults all the time. They don't break their neck. I just need to understand that and we'll be fine. Holland says, maybe the key meaning of life is the exchange and conversation about the meaning of life. I think you're onto something there. I think you're onto something there. I think, yeah, it's the journey. It's the process. It's the slow accumulation of meaningful... Meaning is not like a goal that you reach, a final goal. We were talking about this yesterday, about enlightenment, going towards enlightenment, and how that might not be the ideal situation. It might just be like the process of working towards something, yes, but like the finding little bits of wisdom, little bits of wisdom, little bits of wisdom, accumulating that over the course of your life and experiencing the ups and downs of life. For me, like, what gives my life meaning is the ups and downs, is the change. That was the most meaningful part of my meditation retreat, was the anicca, anicca, anicca. Changing, changing, changing. Everything changes. Everything arises just to pass away. Everything that grows out of the ground will eventually wither away and die. Everything that's born will pass away. Every itch that arises on your arm or on your foot, it might get more intense for a little while, but then it'll pass away. That's life. Sorry, I'm not stroking your face. I really am not. I'm actually scrolling to the I come and I just stroke your face. No, I'm scrolling through my chat. That's what I'm doing. You can believe whatever you want to, though, about my finger. Okay. Brainworld said, in one moment, this flashlight in the back looked like a crown above your head. This is my Big Bang flashlight. It's my light stick. It's so my favorite band, Big Bang. That's why I'm VIP. VIP is the name. It's not because I think I'm a very important person. I mean, I do, but VIP is the name of the fans of this band, Big Bang. Big Bang. Oh shit, that's the treasure that I had. That's the treasure that I wanted to show you guys, was my Big Bang posters. I stored them away. Maybe I'll bring them out at a different point. But I found those recently and I was like, ah, cute. Holland says, I would bring up a critical question. To what extent do you distinguish the idea that the meaning of life is shaped by narrative beliefs? And is that wrong or is it right? Let's see. I'm pondering your question. Sorry, I keep going back up to the question to ponder it. To what extent do you distinguish the idea that the meaning of life is shaped by narrative beliefs? And is that wrong or is it right? Narrative beliefs. Okay, maybe I'm understanding what you're meaning, maybe I'm not. The narrator. Who is I? Who are we? Who's I? Who am I? I is the narrator of our experiences, the continuation of our memories. Like the things that this body, even though it wasn't the same, even though this consciousness was not the same, the things that it did in the past and the things that it will do in the future, that's the narrator is what keeps it all straight throughout the course of one's life. And so meaning is whatever the narrator decides is meaningful at that particular time. And it can be different. It can be different at any point in your life. Reclusi says, I do feel violated. Kind of parasocial, dude. We aren't there yet. Oh. You mean stroking your face? I'm sorry. There's no other way for me to read the chat. Reclusi says, I align more with Aristotelian energia, being at work, activity for the sake of activity. For me, that's real happiness. Being at work, having something you're working towards. Is that what Aristotle said? I think the question about narrative is far more tied to a question about identity itself and not meaning. One could argue that identity is narrative in nature. Who are you? Often the first thing you do is tell me a story. In terms of meaning, I think that's a whole other ballpark. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about is I think narration is, like, that's what our identity is. And that's why I know that it's popular now to manifest. I manifest this for you. I manifest this for me. And maybe not in the popular sense, but in the sense of like, I want this characteristic to be a part of me. And you say that out loud and you like put that out. The more you narrate that for yourself, the more you can accumulate that for yourself. Because, I mean, it also involves not just like what the narrator thinks, but also what other people, if that's important to your identity, what other people think about you. And it turns out what other people think about you is largely dependent on how you talk about yourself to other people. I'm learning this. Like, the more I positively talk about myself to other people, the more positively they interpret me. The more negatively I talk about myself to other people, the more negatively they interpret me. The more I say I'm good at something, the more people will believe that I am good at something. Even if they don't even see me do it. That's just how strong people's good faith is. Holland said, I should mention that I have my responses translated. I'm not a native English speaker. Well, that's okay. I understand English very well, but I have my replies translated. That's okay. And if I don't understand what you say, and you have the patience to say it again in a different way, then I appreciate it. I'm willing to keep trying to understand. Let's see. Reclusi said, in that case, I am really fucking cool, Chad, I promise. Okay, I believe you. Yeah. Are you talking about responsibility or impact? I'm talking about like for example, in the past, I've used like my certain neuroses as an excuse, like constantly. I still kind of do that, where I'm like, oh, I have autism, or oh, I have social anxiety. And I say that up front, and it's almost like I'm pre-apologizing for whatever non-conforming thing I do. And I realize when I say that out loud up front, it already it plants the seed in somebody else's mind that this person is flawed in some way. Especially when I say I'm anxious. When I say I have anxiety and I struggle with it, and the more I say that, I say it over and over, oh, I'm sorry, I have anxiety. The more people will start to believe, oh yeah, so this person is incompetent. I've had people ask me, oh, are you sure about that? Or is it just your anxiety? And I realized they wouldn't have even come to that conclusion about me unless I told them that I had anxiety. Like, if I didn't tell them I had anxiety in the first place, they wouldn't be perceiving this flaw in me. If I wasn't open about all my flaws, if I didn't lay all my flaws out on the table constantly, then people wouldn't be aware of my flaws. Oh, thanks for being here, Danny. Enjoy your lurk, and I hope you sleep well. Axio said, I might be perma-fucked, but I think it's good for us to consider one another flawed. No, I agree. Axio, I agree. I just, there simultaneously has to be a collective cultural shift away from being afraid of flaws. And that hasn't happened. I feel like most people are afraid of flaws. They're afraid of their own flaws. They're afraid of other people's flaws. And so if somebody else reveals their flaws, then that person's going to be willing to take advantage of that. I'm thinking specifically in like, maybe in friendships it might be a bit, well, this has happened to me in friendships too. But it's happened to me in like workplace situations, which I know are already very competitive. Everybody's trying to eat each other alive. If you even reveal one flaw, then it's over. Oh shit, Danny, yeah, you should get some sleep. For Brain World, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, you should get some sleep as well. Don't let me keep you up. Sleep is very important. Sleep is very important. According to Brian Johnson, who apparently his stomach is eating itself alive. Apparently he's had an audit. Apparently Brian Johnson, I shouldn't make that joke. Oh, but it's irresistible. Ooh, I want to, ooh, no, that's not a good joke to make. Well, so much for his don't die campaign. Turns out he as well is dying. Just the same. No human being is immortal. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I'm not being smug about it. That is a bit smug though to say that. To be honest, I had a little hope for him. I had hope for him that he would somehow like figure out the secret to immortality, and I hope he's right. Like I do hope people are right when they say things like that. Like, oh, if you just follow my protocol and buy my product and drink my juice, drink my cocoa. He sells a cocoa powder and like a special juice drink. If you just buy my stuff, then you will live forever. Yeah, if that's true, cool. If you've transcended death, I want a piece of that. I want to learn how to do that. Turns out, he didn't figure that out. Turns out, we still die. Despite everything. Reclusi said, that could be true, but at times people can also... Here, 1 second. At times people also make claims like that from a place of complete ignorance. Just be happy, bro. To a person with clinical depression is just insufferable. Okay, that's true. That's true. Yeah, when I was in the depths of my depression and people told me that, just stop being sad. You think I haven't tried that? You think I haven't tried that? I've tried that. Let's see. Holland says, I like your style of explaining things, the way you talk about them. It comes across as, oh, thank you for saying that. That's very kind of you. Well, I like that you're here and contributing your ideas. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this, is to see what other people have to say. Reclusi misread that as autistic. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Well, that's true too. I am autistic. Reclusi says, if we go back to the question of meaning, I kind of think mortality... Hold on. The chat keeps scrolling without me being able to read it. I kind of think mortality is a necessary condition for us to find meaning. This is my human take, not my philosophy take for once. Yeah. If there was no end, then there would be no point to anything. You have all the time in the world to do anything. If you have all the time in the world, why do anything today? Why accomplish anything right now? You can always accomplish it later. You have an infinite amount of time. Why get anything done? Why value any of your relationships? If you're gonna have that person, I mean, this happens all the time, even when we have limited time, because our brains have a difficult time comprehending not only infinity but also mortality. But like, think about married couples who've been together for decades, and they take each other for granted because they think that that other person's gonna be there forever, and then one day they're not. And then you realize, oh man, I just wasted a lot of time. Helen says, are you autistic, and if so, in what way? Okay. So I haven't been formally diagnosed, so I'll just preface by saying that. I've taken quite a few online tests, and then my dad works with people with autism, and he's also confirmed that I probably have it. I mean, autism is a spectrum, right? So it goes from severely autistic to like completely fully neurotypical. I lie somewhere closer towards the neurotypical side. But the things that I struggle with is well, it's probably pretty obvious to you, but I struggle with eye contact. I don't make eye contact with people. I struggle in social situations. I struggle like reading people and their intentions, and like I usually take things exactly at face value. So if you like make a joke, but it's like a really dry joke and a really sarcastic joke, I'll usually take it at face value. I'll believe you immediately. I don't understand sarcasm very well, so it's that kind. So, but it sounds like you are as well. I wonder if your experiences are similar. Brain says, why do people speak like we should sleep at least 8 hours when one sleep cycle is 1.5 hours? So it will be 7.5 or 9. Well, who said 8? Yeah, that's true. If you get 8 hours, then that'll be that time when you wake up in the middle of a dream and you're like, whoa, where am I? Who am I? That's how you know you didn't get a full sleep cycle. So you're right. Well, I'm manifesting, it's impossible for you to get 7.5 or 9 hours, but I'm manifesting at least several full sleep cycles for you. Yeah, for me, I require 8 to 9 hours to function. If I don't get that much, then I can't function. But on the meditation retreat, I was getting, how many hours was that? That was 7 hours. Yeah, it was from 9:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I can do math. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6.5 hours. Yeah, that wasn't much, but I was spending all day meditating. 10 hours a day meditating. So that's got to count for something, right? Oh yeah, Matrick only gets like 5 hours of sleep every night, which is crazy. Matrick's a beast. I don't know how you do it. It blows my mind. Maybe you just like Matrick. I know you don't really meditate, right? But maybe you do still achieve those like calmer meditative states, because somehow you gotta. I mean, like, I remember Casey Neistat saying he only gets 3 hours of sleep every day. What? Wait, 3 hours of sleep? How are you still alive? I don't know. Humans are weird. Sleep cycles also vary in length throughout the night. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of times you can get less than 3 and be fine. That's not been my personal experience, but sure. Sure. Holland says, I've had the experience that there are differences, at least for me. 7 hours of sleep is okay. 6 hours doesn't work, but 4 hours works wonderfully. That's so interesting. Reclusi says, I think you can function very well with 5 to 6 if you have a very solid routine in place. I worked with 6 for ages. Now that I am unemployed, 9 hours feels like too little. Yeah, I've had times where I've slept like 10 or 11 hours per night. And that I think was just because I was depressed. Depression does very interesting things to your body. Like needing to sleep for a really long time and then still not feeling rested after you sleep for 10 hours, 11 hours. It's all about the quality, not the quantity. Reclusi says, yes, that's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully you're finding, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to be unemployed. I mean, in terms of like finding ways to fill your day, fill your time. I hope you're finding meaningful ways to fill your time. Hi, Orange. Hi, Orange. Good evening. Good morning, Orange. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, we were doing some yoga. We were doing some art earlier. Now we're just hanging out. Magic says, sometimes you're so tired in the morning, you will actually fall asleep while standing in the shower. Okay, so you're going to tell me that, and then you're also going to tell me, oh yeah, people get 3 hours of sleep. That does not check out. If you're falling asleep in the shower, that means you did not get enough sleep. That's just what I'm going to say. Reclusi says, I'm getting back into things again. Research is going again, and I have some promising opportunities once the university opens again. So, feeling positive. Past month has just been shit. Such is life. Yeah, ebbs and flows. And hopefully, hopefully as you approach this next phase of your life, you'll appreciate it all the more because you had, and that's what I like, actually. I like times of suffering, times of difficulty, because then it helps me appreciate the times that I don't have that. But I'm glad you're finding your motivation again, and your spark, your zest for life. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. And sometimes it's something we can't even control. It just comes and it goes. And when it's here, then we enjoy it. And when it's not here, then we know that it's only temporary and it will come back. Orange says, I'm just relaxing after a hearty, toasty breakfast. You seem like you always have amazing breakfasts. Nice. You thinking about what you're going to do today? What are you going to do on this fine Saturday? The world's your oyster. Do you have to work today? I think immortality would be fun as long as I don't think about it. As long as there's always new experiences, new things to be experienced. I mean, that would be the fear of immortality, is running out of things to do for the first time. Reclusi says, I feel bad when I joined you study writing. Well, I only said I was ending because, like, the conversation had kind of died out, and I didn't know how to sustain it. I don't know. We're having such a nice conversation now, so that's why I'm still here. I get self-conscious. When there's nothing to say. I'm like, well, might as well do something else. My battery's at 17% though, so that is a hard deadline. So once my battery reaches like 5%, then we will have to leave. We will have to end officially. Orange says, I'm going on a long trip soon, so making, oh yeah, you're going to England. Making sure the house and the trees survive my absence. That's very important. You always want to make sure, I always want to make sure my house plants are taken care of. I got my plant over here. I don't know what this plant is called. She keeps forming new flowers and new sprouts, which is amazing, but then it keeps dying too. Like I'll frequently trim off the leaves that die. Sometimes my plants, I feel like my plants know when I leave, because they'll just die. I've had plants just die. They've been fine, but then the second I leave for a vacation, they just die. It's like they get depressed. They miss me. They get sad. Reclusi says, I don't think you can be immortal without losing your mind in 200 years. Yeah, how long would it take for you to lose your mind? It depends on how strong your, as long as you, I don't know. For me, I have the opinion of, as long as you have things to fuel your zest for life, as long as you have those new experiences, it would be fine. But once you get bored, that's a problem. Boredom is always a problem. Boredom is when things get dangerous for me. Holland says, the question behind mortality could also be about considering whether the problem is the fact of finitude itself or the uncertainty about the end itself. There is a lot of uncertainty about the end. Anybody who says that they know what's going to happen after you die is probably lying or just ignorant. I'd like to think they're just ignorant. I don't think that's something that humans can know. That's not something that humans can know for sure. That's my opinion. Whenever I meet somebody who says they know for a certainty what's going to happen after we die, that's like a -1 point. I still like them and I still associate myself. I never don't associate with people because of their worldview. I'm not one of those people. I'll associate with you, but it is kind of like a -1 point in my eyes. Or it kind of just like I bring my guard up a little bit, like, oh, okay, yeah, that's ignorant of you, but you're human, so humans make mistakes. It's not like I keep a running list of everybody's flaws in my head as ammunition. Reclusi says, without any interaction, if you were completely isolated, which you would be after all humans die and you are drifting in space, I'll give you less than a year before you lose your mind. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, if there's nobody else, it would get really boring. I'm somebody who likes to say and brag that I don't need anybody else. I'm fine. I don't need anyone. But then the boredom creeps in and I'm like, oh, it would be nice to do this thing with that person that I like. It would be nice to like see things through their eyes. Because once I'm alone for too long, then I start forming really calcified ideas about the world. And that scares me. That's why I said it's a -1 point if I meet somebody who has very calcified ideas about the world and how it works. Because I think that's just dangerous. I think that's just dangerous. Orange says, maybe if I can't remember my past, beyond 40 years, that would help. Okay. Yeah. If you have amnesia, if you only keep that amount, yeah, how would you keep that amount of time in your memory if you live forever? I mean, to be fair, okay, our brains are really, really good at erasing things that it doesn't need. But then again, dude, I was going back in my meditation and I was realizing the amount of detail I record things in, and it's stored in there somewhere, and I didn't even realize it. It takes the right prompt. This is why it's so good to talk to other people, because when other people talk to you, it's the external world prompting you. You can't just keep prompting yourself because you're just going to keep having the same thought patterns over and over. But if something from the external world stimulates you, prompts you, you can delve really deep into your mind that way. And you can remember like really, really detailed parts of your life that you thought you forgot. But then again, if you like I've already forgotten most of what happened during those 10 days. But if you asked me the right questions, I would be able to remember. But sitting here now, I can't recall a lot of it. That makes me sad, kind of. -1 recluse. Yeah, I'm keeping points on all of you guys. -1. I'm keeping a tally. If I hear you say something ignorant, it's over. Dom says, we can all live forever in Vishnu's dream. It's okay, guys. It's gonna be fun. It's okay. Dom is our resident Buddhist. He probably wouldn't define himself in that general of terms. I'll allow him to define himself how he wants to. But yeah. Orange says if we don't have, someone said, Reclusi said, if you don't have any interaction for 100 years, whether you are aware of your immortality or not is irrelevant. Someone should write a book, How to Survive Immortality, exploring the issues. It's a good idea. Resident Buddhist. Who's not a Buddhist? Is that a trick question? I don't know. I don't know if I would call myself a Buddhist, even though I did go on that Buddhist retreat. I don't call myself anything. I don't like labels. That's my label. You know what? It's funny. When I say I don't like labels, I'm still labeling myself. You can't escape. You can never escape. You can't escape. Once you name something, once you describe something, you put it in a box of finitude. Helen says, do we need knowledge or certainty in order to find peace? No. I don't think so. Because, okay, what sets me apart now from when I was severely depressed and had severe existential dread was I have not found any new knowledge about the universe. I keep wanting to have some sort of amazing, oh my god, my battery's at 6%. I keep wanting to have some sort of mystical experience or amazing experience where I learn about the universe and all the secrets and all the answers. And I keep coming up with nothing and not finding any of it. But what I have been finding is that, oh, my screen's going off. What I have been finding is the motivation to keep going and the things to enjoy, the little things to enjoy about our everyday existence, and the curiosities that happen in things that don't make sense, and the kind of surrendering to just never knowing some things. But yeah, anyway, I fear I have to go. I have to go. Reclusi says, lying on your mother's chest, being full, hearing the heartbeat, falling asleep, sounds pretty peaceful. Yes. And on that note, oh, we're manifesting that. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for spending time with me. That was a nice end to my week. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. It was nice to meet you guys, the new people. Thank you for the follow. Nice to meet you, Brain World. Nice to meet you, Holland. Nice to meet you, Axe. Let's see, Axe. Nice to meet you. Okay. Bye. See you.